Chrono Odyssey has officially been delayed. Yes, I mean, I made a video regarding this when we saw one of the CEOs of Chrono Odyssey saying that we're going to have a beta most likely not this year, and that would basically lead to the game getting delayed to 2026. However, there's many of you guys that were still like, there's not an official statement, even though it's the CEO telling you this. So we have to wait because they did have an earnings report of when their game's going to be released back then, and Chrono Odyssey was listed for Q4 of 2025. Now, as we know, Chrono Odyssey did not do that good with its beta, so launching the game would be a disaster for them. So there's been a lot of changes to the game, and let's just jump into it and when Chrono Odyssey is going to be getting released and what kind of changes we're going to be seeing with the game. So let's check it out. So we have the Kakao Games 2Q 2025 earnings release. Now, even though Chrono Odyssey has their own studio, they still work with Kakao under Kakao, so they are a part of Kakao's earnings release, and they're probably most likely also investing money into the devs and stuff of Chrono Odyssey. So the information here is just regarding general games in the first place, how their revenue was. They see here that revenue was down, however, because of no new releases, but some expansions like Odin Valhalla global expansion gave a little bit of revenue, and then PC games are down to absence of collaboration updates for PUBG. So yeah, things are just deficit, and they're probably looking for a new title like Chrono Odyssey to take their mantle. So this is just overall breakdown. You guys can take a look at it, but the one thing I want to look at is new lineups. Because here, when you usually have a new lineup page, this is kind of accurate, but at the same time, there might be changes to it. But what we can know is last time, the Chrono Odyssey was supposed to release in 2025, Q4, and it would probably have been released if people were happy with the game, but if they are not. So the game needs a lot of changes, a lot of updates, a lot of optimization. They have talked about this, and the new date for this is Q4 2026, so basically over a year. Now this is just the date they have put. Most likely this might even get another delay depending on people, but this is like the set date right now for the new lineup. So they obviously work with the Chrono Odyssey team and talk to them of when they're thinking about a release, and this is the potential release. Now you have to take in account that up here you will see in-house titles. So these are in-house titles like Arcade Chronicles, God Save Birmingham. All of these with the stars are in-house, so these are titles that they control more, while the other ones are people that they're collaborating with. But of course, when you're collaborating with somebody and it's one of your titles to launch, you have some information. So this is what we know so far. And then from my last video I made on this guy Bongun Bay, you guys can follow him on Twitter. He said, great questions. Instead of a developer blog, we'll be posting an official update directly to the Chrono Odyssey website. It will include detailed changes and improvements based on feedback from the first CBT. As for closed beta 2, we currently don't have a confirmed date, and we can't guarantee whether it will happen within this year, 2025. The schedule depends on development progress, and we want to make sure the next build meets our quality standards. We'll share more information as soon as things are ready. Thanks for the patience. Now, this was a few weeks ago that he made this post, and this new earning report basically just confirms it, that it's going to be delayed. And this is not all. We got to talk a little bit, guys, about this. Because when I looked at this, for those that want to know what this is basically the next developer notes. I made a video regarding the first developer notes, what they're changing, and now we have a full developer notes part 2 showing absolutely everything that they're changing with the game. And when I took a look at this, and when I saw this, guys, I'm gonna be honest with you, I was like, there's no way this game is releasing anytime soon. Like, it's a long time until it releases. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I'm happy that they're going to take their time with the game, because the game can be good. Because as you have seen, let's see here, it's here. They want to improve the game and polish mechanics. The data show 2 million players signed up for closed beta tests, and the game has 1 million wishlists on Steam so far. So they know there's great potential in the game, and when a company knows this, they put money into it. And Kakao is definitely going to be putting money into it because they see this great potential here, but this needs to be insane amount of improvements. So I'm happy that they're waiting with these changes. And hoping that the changes will lead to people actually playing the game and getting a quality MMO experience. Now, quick thing, I'm not going to go through the whole changes that they're doing here, but I wanted to just talk about a few things, which is they're changing a lot of features. Like we have control changes, hitback, all of these kind of come into like the same thing. Skill, class, weapon, swap come into kind of the same thing. Balance and the camera FOV come into like the same thing, and then enemy a difficulty PvP. Now I looked through these, and the main thing I want to talk about is, of course, they're going to be fixing the optimization. I talked about this so many times during my beta gameplays. There's no way to release a game without optimization. If they do, it's GG. So it's going to be optimized, better movement, better experience. Combat is going to be better. Quality of life changes, like insane amount of quality of life changes. Like changes to how you CC. Apparently CC durations and stuff will be increased. So it'll be interesting to see how that will work in PvE aspect, because mainly it's PvE. There's not too much PvP right now, but it's just overall feedback. But the one thing I want to talk about is the skill synergies, because it seems like they're finally going to add some in-depth skill synergies to the game. They want to have more variety when it comes to skill trees and stuff. So they talked a little bit about adding each weapon will support 4 distinct combat styles, so you can create different builds and skill synergies, and then better like indication. And then when it comes to the class balance, I talked about this when I made my PvP video. Definitely check out my Chrono Odyssey PvP video if you haven't, but I show a little bit of the PvP with the Chrono Detector and stuff, and they're saying they're making a little bit of change to balancing the classes. And adding distinct things. And then the matrix is a whole new thing that will allow players to choose specific roles for each weapon, which will basically reinforce combat style identity. And even when using the same weapon, player will be able to choose from 4 distinct style based on their progression path. So this is going to be a whole new thing with the matrix, so it's going to add more to the game and more to the combat, so that's going to be cool to see. And also weapon swap. I did feel weapon swaps weren't as good as other games that I play with weapon swap, because to use a skill of a different weapon, you couldn't, you had to swap to the weapon and then use the skill. You couldn't like, combo skills together from one weapon to another. Let's say you have a great axe and a dual axes. You couldn't combo a dual axe onto your great axe because you had to swap the weapon first. But here they're saying they're gonna make it a little bit better animation, and then you should be able to combo weapons skills from one weapon to another. I'm not sure exactly where, if it's here for them, but they talked about that too, so the combat will feel much better. So I'm really excited for that. Now what I don't like is they are going to nerf the PvE. They think the difficulty was a little bit too hard, which I don't agree with. I think the way they're doing it right now was good, because they talked about that people needed quests and stuff, and I'm like, you can't just handhold everybody and give them quests, make everything easier. The good thing about this game that I really enjoyed is you could do absolutely everything, and then when you met the boss, which was a Chrono Gate, you could either defeat it if you're a gamer, or you would know that, hey, this is hard, I need to go gear up, and then I'll come back and defeating it. I think I like that kind of progression, but they're changing that apparently to a more similar linear MMO vibe. I'm not a fan of. I think that's where it was unique, and I hope they add more party content. They're talking a little about solo content and stuff will be redesigned to make it more deeper technical. Like for example, Labyrinths had the same boss every single time. Hopefully they change that, but I'm hoping more party content for sure. PP, not much said about PP, just duels. So yeah, nothing overwhelming, just talking a little bit of map design, but it's a lot, guys. So if you guys want to look through this, you guys are more than welcome to. But they're working on a lot of new things, and it's gonna be, it seems like if they release it 2026, we're getting a whole different game, which I'm really excited for. And we're probably gonna get beta probably early 2026 if they're actually aiming for that release date. In my opinion, I'm really happy to see the delay. I think it's really good and healthy for the game. Many people are excited for the game, and I got a really similar feeling to New World. I just hope they don't make the mistakes New World did, and then actually improve the game and make changes. And now seeing that they're excited to work on so many changes, and they gave us like insane amount of communication. Like this took me like an hour to read when I read it. So a lot of good changes. And release 2026 most likely will be pushed to 2027. I won't be surprised, but at least I have a MMO to look forward to. But thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thanks to all the supporters and members of the channel. Check out this video right here, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.